There you
Yes,
go.
here we are.
Yeah. And are you in Bulgaria right now, or are you somewhere
Yes,
else?
yes. I live here. I'm Bulgarian, and in general, I love it. Besides some stupid things that the government does, but
Yeah, like
this is in
everywhere
every
else. Yeah,
country. So
we agree.
at least, we have very low taxes, and
Oh, that's nice. That's
yeah.
a good one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really important because especially when you have a business, it's really unpleasant if they take
Yeah, Spain
like
is
30 or
quite tough.
40%. Yeah, it's
Spain is quite tough for like self-employed. It's quite hard.
yeah, yeah.
It's not the worst of all the European countries in terms of the percentages you pay, but it is pretty high.
Yeah, actually, to me, that's like really stupid. How come the country is going to take my profit? But that's
It's
everywhere.
difficult. It's difficult, and in countries like Spain and France and Italy, like what happens usually is you get benefits. Mostly, you get benefits if you do, and you will if you have children. When you're like, for me, it's my husband and I, we're both adults, and like we don't get anything. You do get public health, which is really nice, if you don't want to pay for private.
Yeah.
But like in terms of education, in terms of any other benefits, you don't. But like I have a friend who's just had a kid right now, and you do get benefits for kids.
Yeah, well, that's
Uh,
great.
yeah, it's really good in terms of that. It's really, really good. At least Spain is really good. But yeah, when you're self-employed and you're paying big monthly,
Social contributions.
fees, social contributions plus the tax, which is like
Mm,
35%.
wow,
It's a lot.
that's a
In
lot.
total, I'm talking like the two types of
Yeah,
taxes
yeah.
you get, and you get about that. It's a lot. Plus the monthly thing, yeah, it just ends up being a lot of money, yeah. But it's the only way. It's the only way.
Yeah, that's the only way. Yeah,
Other
that's
countries
why
are
I
worse, so you
really,
have to think about it, like
yeah.
what
In
do you need?
Bulgaria, what's nice that we're still pretty free. Like they're trying to limit our freedom more and more. Of course, European Union, blah blah blah. We now adopted the euro
Yeah, exactly.
since
You've
January
just done
1st.
that.
Yeah, and they're trying to somehow limit our freedom and rights. But on the other hand, otherwise it's too much freedom. No one is responsible for anything,
Yeah.
and it's like no justice, things like that. So I don't know where is the balance actually, because if we want to live in a social country, of course we have to contribute somehow. On
There's
the
no
other
choice.
hand, it's not nice when the country takes your money, but I don't know. There should be some kind of balance.
I mean, you
Otherwise,
need to see what is being done with it, right? It's nice to see some results of it, of your efforts.
yeah,
And sometimes you don't see them, and that just sucks. That's just not nice. And that's why I said, like, you get some benefits, which is okay, but when you're just an adult in like 30 to 65, no kids,
mm,
yeah.
yeah,
It is what it is. It is what it is,
yeah.
honestly. But we will when we moved to Spain, and when we're doing the self-employed thing, we actually looked at different options like Italy, Portugal, France. Portugal is not so good, like in terms of we didn't like it so much to live in.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a bit cheaper than Spain in terms of taxes, but you have to balance out like how much you're paying, but also what kind of life you want to have, and social life, because you're alone in a foreign country and you don't have any family. So the
Yeah,
social
yeah.
aspect of things is really important in that case. Um, so yeah, balancing it all out, Spain ended up being the best choice. France is our second choice. We're here on a 6 month staying contract, so we are still being like our tax base is still in Spain.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's just like finding that balance as well. I mean, yes, how
Yeah,
much you can pay and how do you want to live?
my fiance is Greek, and also in Greece the taxes are like 30 or 40%, something like that. So
Yeah, it's about the same.
if you have
I
a
think all
business,
the
it-
yeah,
mm,
all these countries are
because
about the same.
Yeah, we wanted to. They have a house on the seaside, and we were discussing like to get something to use as Airbnb, and we can
Yeah,
go there in the summer.
yeah.
But yeah, when I heard the taxes are 40%, I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to take half of our profit, and when we have to pay for, um, the housekeeping and all these
It
things.
is what it is. I feel you. I completely understand. I completely understand. Like it's exactly what we're going through
Yeah.
with our businesses. It's just like that. There's no escaping it. You have to be a millionaire to escape it, really.
Yeah, but the thing is, okay, you're going to earn €1 million this year, but then you're going to have half a million because,
No,
and
millionaires
when
don't
you
pay so
have to
much taxes.
pay team members and
They
all
have
other things.
ways of not paying taxes, don't they?
Yeah, but anyway, you have to pay something, otherwise
A
you're
little
going to
bit.
be caught.
uh, yeah,
Okay,
no,
so
it's just what it is. What to
yeah,
do.
I don't know if people are going to join.
Yeah, we
I'm
can have
waiting
a quick,
for
shorter
four,
chat.
five.
It's fine.
Anyway, tell me more about you. I'm going to tell you more about me, about the success circle, and
Yeah.
I'm so
So
glad
the
I'm
call was
speaking.
supposed to be such as we can meet and kind of put a face to the names, right?
Yes, and yeah, to
Um,
build, the goal of this call is the people from the success circle, from our community, to actually connect and to have to
yeah,
know the other person from the screen, to be able to chat, even to build connections,
yeah,
collaborations.
yeah.
People could find really nice connections. Someone could, like everyone can promote their work, and you can find
Makes total
clients. I want
sense.
this to be a really warm community, everybody to feel safe to share if they're going through something, or to celebrate themselves,
Yeah.
all of this. So yeah, let's talk, and we'll see if anyone is going to join.
Sure, sure. Happy to share. So basically, I what I don't know where to start with the business or a more personal side of it.
Whatever you wish, just like.
Um, so well, basically, I was born in Argentina. I lived in Argentina until I was 30-ish years old. And then for my husband's job, we moved to the UAE. We lived in Dubai for 5 years. And all those years, like originally when I started my sort of after finished high school and all, the first thing I did was to study to become a teacher of English. So that's kind of my official title. But I
Mhm.
never really worked as such. I did a lot of things. I worked in many international companies in different roles, and that's one of those things I was doing when I was in Dubai. But then I kind of got very, very tired of it. I went through I wouldn't say full burnout, but mini burnout
Yeah.
thing, like with work and life. As it was very, very stressful at that moment, and this was back in 2018. And at that point, it was like a turning point in my life, and I decided I needed to do something different. Um, so while I was still there, I studied to become a personal trainer. And when we moved to Spain in 2020, the idea was, okay, I'll start my career from scratch and I'll be a personal trainer. Little did we know that the pandemic would hit and all the shit that happened, because we moved to Spain at the end of January 2020, and then everything closed by mid-March. Still, we were lucky we could survive for a year or so without needing to work. So my husband had a job, and I could sort of put my efforts into actually doing what I wanted to do. So yeah, I started working as a personal trainer, and at the beginning, I didn't have a clue what I was doing or what I wanted to do, what market, what people I wanted to target. So I tried everything. I just wanted to work and to have some hands-on experience, because the certificate is not really a lot. You have to study a lot outside of that, and you learn most of the things from your experience. So I started to get a few clients here and there. I would accept everything. Like I had a client who was 82 years old, and then I had another client who was 20. Like completely different sides of the spectrum, and I would just go to everyone. Um, it did take me a couple of years, like the first year or two, until I sort of found my footing. And but like after a couple of months in, maybe half, like 6 months in, I realized that I wanted to be a personal trainer for women only. That I didn't want to work with men. It was nothing against men. It was just more about what I wanted to bring to the table. I
Yeah.
had a personal experience where I've been training my whole life, working out my whole life, and working out a lot. And I had an injury, a serious injury that made me stop back when I was still in Dubai.
Just give me a
And
second to
yeah,
close the window because there are some children outside and it's
please.
noisy.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all right. They're just playing. No problem. So yeah, because of the injury, I had to stop and rethink how I was exercising. And that was something that I wanted to teach other women. Like,
Yeah.
we tend to want to do everything. We tend to want to do it all and never stop. Like, it's a constant pressure on doing, and being perfect on this and that and whatever. So I wanted to bring a different view to it. Like, usually actually use movement and training for healthier aging or for healthier life long term. And this is pretty much what I do now. Like, I'm still a personal trainer for women, but the focus is, yes, we do strength training, but the idea of the sessions is not just to develop the muscle because it looks nice. Like, no one will come to me because they want to lose weight. Like, the people who come to me is because they want to reduce certain aches and pains. They want to feel better overall. They want to get better energy. They want to sleep a little bit better, right? It's using exercise, using the training as a means to gain energy, confidence, strength, mobility, everything that plays a role in long term. Like, I tell all my clients, like, the goal is that you can get up and down the toilet on your own when you're 80 without help.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. You can just, you want to, like, you like going to the market, go bring your groceries, no problem. You want to play with your grandkids, you can do it. You want to go on the floor and, I don't know, walk your dog, you can do it. Like, things that transfer to a real life. That is the idea behind what I do. I'm based on that. Like, when I started, my business was just my name, was Vanessa Nicolosi, women's fitness, whatnot. And then 2 years ago, I decided to do the Grow StrongHer thing, which is just that, right? That is the philosophy. That is the thought behind it. Let's do strength training. Let's lift these things because we want to be stronger for the long term, for like old age in a way. And yeah, that's
No, I
that's just
really
me.
love that because I'm so much into longevity and timeless things. And like even the same thing with business. And when my clients come to me and I'm like, okay, take one program, but if you want to really build a business and something sustainable and something lasting, like it's not gonna happen with one program which is 30 days or 60 days.
No, it has to
You
be long
need to
term.
come work with me long term. And yeah, in 6 months, in 12 months, in 24 months, the results are really skyrocketing. We need to build that and we need to scale on a sustainable foundation. And I really love what you're doing and the way you described it, because it's that type of philosophy I'm living.
It is exactly, I was going to say, it is exactly the same. Doing something that you can sustain over time and prioritizing the consistency.
Yeah.
Overall, like, because
Especially
that's what's going to bring you something after all.
With health and wealth and weight loss. Okay, I'm going on a diet and I'm going to lose 5 kilos, but after that, what?
Yeah.
So I have to keep working
It has to
out
be a bigger goal, right?
3 times a week for the rest of my life, but that's it. You have nothing to do about it, like taxes. So you'd better find someone who is going to be like a partner where you can regularly come and say,
and like, I think when people go to a personal trainer, it's not that they don't know what to do.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
for most of us, and I include myself, but for most of us, is we need that little push. We need the accountability. We need the support. And of course, we're all different people. So and this is very sort of intimate work because my sessions are one-to-one, they're all private. So you become a lot more than their personal trainer in their lives. You know, like I consider that each class I teach is like space that I'm giving to my clients to be there for themselves. Some people don't have that opportunity other than that. Maybe that's the only time they have for themselves outside of any responsibilities towards other people. And then, you just make that space for them, and then they click with you, and that's why they stay with you, right? It's not that they don't need you there to be telling them to squat and do a push-up. They need you there just to hear them, to encourage them, to show them that they can do more than they think they can. And it's just beautiful. It's beautiful to see that, right?
Expanding the mindset, the body, the endurance, if you wish, all of that. This is really nice. Yeah. So you said you are mainly coaching people one-on-one, not in a group.
I have now a group, which is an online group, because I do quarterly missions through the membership that I have as part of the Grow StrongHer. There's a membership, and you can be a regular member by paying monthly the fee, or you can just join for the missions, which are usually 3 months long, and they are seasonal. So I'm doing now, for example, the summer one, and we have group online classes. This is a class I just finished. But other than that, I do work one-to-one.
Okay, mostly. Great. So you can send this to me, and I'm going to upload the recording of this video to my YouTube channel and to the Success Circle. So anyone who watches the replay is going to be able to contact you.
Yeah, I can send you my information. I'll send you my links. I usually do when people are curious and maybe you don't know what you need, right? So I have a free consultation that they can block. It's 20-30 minutes. We chat, we just talk and see. I try to understand where people are, what they need, what their goals are, and then see how I can help. And usually after that call, first we have that call, and then we see, okay, we can work together and we'll do it in this and this manner. But I will not take a client for a class without having that call. I really, really prefer to meet them before and understand a little bit of what they need. And if I'm the right person, because some people need very specific things, and maybe I'm not the right person, and I can send them to the right person. But yeah, if I am, then we can work together.
Yeah, so absolutely send me your details and anything that you want to be featured with, just like a couple of 1-2 sentences and something that you would like to mainly promote. And when I upload this, you're going to get featured, and anyone who didn't join today missed that opportunity. But anyway, like
should I send it to you on your email?
You can send it on Messenger.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries. And by the way, how did you find the Success Circle? I think you joined pretty recently. I
joined a group of women, expat women. I can't remember which one right now. And I think you commented and you told me if I wanted to join, and I did. That was it. Yeah.
Amazing. So the Success Circle gives you the opportunity also to promote your work. You can regularly contribute, like invite people to your spaces, etc., etc. As I told you, the goal of this space is to actually create an environment for entrepreneurs and coaches, because
that sounds great.
I hear this every day. My family and friends don't get it. People don't understand me. People around me, they think this is stupid, or they're like, what are you doing on the internet? How people are paying you on the internet? And when you're building a business, you need a supportive environment. You need to talk to people who are experiencing the same, who can celebrate with you or support you if you need something.
Yeah, I have to say, when I first started, the first thing I did, I found a group of expat women who are business owners or entrepreneurs just like me and you. This one was based in Madrid because I was moving to Madrid. But that group is giving me my life, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Like, it's thanks to that group and to all those women, I've been able to build a name for myself, like being a bit more known in the community. and get a lot of clients. Like it was really, really, I mean, it still is, but it's been a very helpful group, for example. So
Yeah,
I
that's the
usually
point.
I do like, and as much as I can help, like I'm open to helping anyone that needs it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the point of having and being a part of a community, because you can actually learn, grow, attract clients,
Yeah.
etc., and it's really, really nice.
Yeah.
Tell me, Vanessa, is there anything like what's your next goal, or is there something that you wish you improve right now in your business, like, I don't know, attracting more clients, the messaging, the sales system, anything
Right,
currently?
right. So currently things are a bit tricky, and this is because of my life choices more than my business choices.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm temporarily in France because we decided to come here for an adventure, see what life was like. So I was working, when I was in Madrid, I was working a hybrid of online and in person, having people come to my place to teach. I didn't have to commute anymore. I didn't have to go anymore. I had reached that point where people could go to where I was, which was amazing. We decided to come here. So I'm working fully online right now, but I'm going back to Spain at the end of September, October. I'm going back to Spain, and I'm going to be moving to a new city. So for
Mm-hmm.
me, my next goal in a way is to be able to connect with the people in that city, to be able to uh, become part of that community. You know, I have to kind of do a little bit of what I did in Madrid when I first got there.
Yeah.
Uh, it is tricky. It is not easy. But at the same time, I feel like I have an advantage now because I've already done it before.
Yeah.
And I just have to do it again. So doing it again is a bit tricky. I do have some connections in this new city that I'm going to use as much as I can for help. And I know that they will help me. I've talked to everyone and they are very happy that I'm going and they want to help me. But I know it's also going to be tricky. It's going to be a transition. Again, probably I'll try to keep my online work, which is clients that I have from Madrid and other parts of the world that have been my clients for a while. So I know that I can keep these people.
Yeah.
But then I do want to find new clients. I do want to offer new things. I already know I'm at a point where I know what I want to offer. But I just need to get there and get it rolling. The thing is that there's not much I can do right now because there is a transition, which is my move. It's an international move. It's gonna take time, and I know I have to give myself that time and that space. And maybe I'm gonna be full on work only by November. You know, it's like a bit scary. But yeah, the next step will be that to find my clients and my community in the new city
Actually, I would,
overall.
I would reframe this, because this is actually an expansion for you. You're opening
Yeah,
a new market.
that's true. That is true.
It's
A
not
good
like
point.
you're, rebuilding or starting from scratch. It's not that. It's just the opposite. You're scaling your business even more, and it's a great thing that you're doing everything online, and all these people, your current clients, would come with you, and
Yeah.
you're going to keep
Yeah,
doing this
that's
online.
actually a really good point. I hadn't thought about it that way, but I thought about it. Okay, I have to do this again, but it's not scary anymore because I
No.
already know what I'm doing. But it's actually a good point because it's not like I start with zero clients.
Yeah.
I
Actually,
have my clients.
you're
It's
scaling.
building up. Yeah.
So take it from that point of view, and you're going to be even much more successful, because when you realize that you are scaling, actually, it's a completely different frequency. It's a completely different state of your mind and being, and
That's
the way you're showing up. And I'm going to give you an example, because 1 year ago, I experienced a very heavy restriction online, and I basically started from scratch. And this group, the Success Circle, now has 1,300 people, but at that point it was 200 people, and I decided to completely transition from heavy one-on-one, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of like being a lot of in my clients' operations and serving them really on a very deep level.
Yeah.
And I said, no, I'm going to focus more on the coaching part because this is what I want to keep doing. And I don't want to be only in someone's business and help them make millions. I just want to share that knowledge and that experience with more people. But that
Excellent.
meant that I needed to focus heavily on my social media, which, yeah, I was doing this before, but not at that scale. I was more working with more established companies, more established entrepreneurs, and even coaches, but people who were like in a different manner, where I need to step in to be hands-on and to spend a lot of time with them. And of course, they got great results. But then I had to rebuild my social media, Facebook, and all of it. And there was a moment when I felt like, oh no, I'm starting from scratch, I'm rebuilding. But then I actually realized this is not rebuilding, this is not starting from scratch, this is expanding, and this is actually changing the business model. So
Yeah.
it's going to become like not so much one-on-one, but more of one to many. And with
Right.
one masterclass, I can serve many
Yeah.
more people.
Yeah. Makes total
So
sense.
oftentimes it's in our head. That's what
It
I'm
is.
trying
It
to
is.
say.
Yeah. It is.
You're actually
Exactly.
growing and scaling, and you're attracting more and better opportunities, but we are in our head and saying, oh no, I have to start from scratch. And this is not true. This is
This is
like
not
only
true.
our
Yeah.
brain lying to us. And I see this with many other entrepreneurs. They're like, I have to start again. No, you're actually
But
expanding
yeah, I mean,
next level.
now that we're talking about it, like there is an analogy to it in fitness. Like a lot of people go on holiday and they're like, I know, but if I go on holiday, I have to stop and then I'll
Yeah,
have to start all over again. And you're never starting all over again unless you've never done it. But if you've done it before, you're not starting again. You're just picking up where you left and then building from there, right?
yeah,
This is what I tell my clients too. So yeah, it makes total sense. I guess when it's business, it's a bit trickier to think of it like that because it's not so tangible at the beginning. But yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree.
but yeah, this is where the mentorship comes in place, because
Yeah.
exactly you're in your head and you're like seeing the things from one perspective, but when someone else comes and
From
tells you
outside with a different
just
view.
and
Yeah.
you can see it's just in 3 minutes,
Yeah.
a 3-minute conversation, and you have completely different approach and completely different way of perceiving yourself and your business. We are so much into our heads oftentimes, and of
Yeah.
course this is your business, but yeah.
No, but it's true. It is true. You tend to no, miss
Yeah,
some things that to others who are outside are very obvious. And I think this is the way with life. Like if you see people, like you see a family or you see a relationship from outside, you see things that from inside people are not seeing.
yeah,
And you can give your advice being like an outsider, not having all those feelings about whatever's happening, in this case your business, right? It's like when you have to stop doing something or when you have to say no to a client. It's like the hardest thing in the world, but sometimes most times it's just for your own good, and sometimes you just need someone else to tell you, hey, you have to. I talk a lot with another trainer that she started after me, so I served a little bit as a mentor for her informally. Like we've discussed many things, and I've tried to tell her what I know so that she could, build from there. And we talk about this a lot. We were having this conversation the other day about a client of hers, and I'm like, you have to teach her. There's no way this client is not serving you it's not giving you anything.
yeah,
You're just
that's the
suffering,
hardest thing
and
actually.
it's really hard. So you can only see it when you're outside of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's really, I had similar situations, and it was really hard for me to let this go because, I have worked with some people for 2 years, 3 years, and now we are no longer a fit. For example, I
Yeah.
grew or they
It
grown
happens. You
something
both
else.
grow and things change.
Yeah, exactly. And this is probably the hardest thing, but this is actually where scaling lives. And this is when we say, oh, but I cannot let this go, I'm going to have to start from scratch. But that's actually the upgrade, that is
Yeah.
the up level, the next step. And yeah, exactly. Mentorship comes here really nice because
you're right. Yeah.
you're going to see it from a completely different place. By the way, when you say this, I have a master class exactly from this that I recorded last year when I was in this transitioning. It is called Scale Like a CEO, and this is what I talk about there. It's right now on the summer sale on promotion. I have sent the emails, so if you are on my email list, and also
I don't know if I am. I have to check, but yeah, I'll check it out.
yeah, okay, I'm going to
Or just
share
add me.
the summer promo because there are like 5 or 6 master classes, courses, programs which are
nice.
on crazy sale, like 67%, some of them. But they're, the thing is that they are perfect for scaling exactly because, we are so in our day-to-day life. No, I need to post more. I need more stories.
You're in your head.
I don't like my cell phone camera and all this stuff. And oftentimes when you hear a different perspective and someone tells you, look, stop doing this and you're going to scale, and it's just like, oh, is it that easy actually? And this must
because
really good for you right now.
I think most of us as entrepreneurs, we're juggling so many roles and we're learning as we go because you know to do what you love to do. Like in my case, it's the training bits and dealing with the people. But then there's so much that you have to do on the background, and there's a lot of learning in that, like finance, admin, marketing, social media, and then when you are planning what to do next, it's like, okay, it's like you said, what should I do? Where do I start? Do I start with the numbers? Do I start with the posting? Do I start with creating a program? Do I start with what? So it's always nice to have the perspective of another person, of someone who has that knowledge and that vision, that we don't sometimes.
Yeah, that's great. I'm going to send you the link.
Send it to me.
I'm going to send you the link to check all the courses that are right now on promo. But what is going to work great for you right now is either Scale Like a CEO, which is much more of a mindset shift than like heavy marketing course or something like that.
Yeah.
And the other thing that is going to be really suitable for you right now is Double Your Income in 90 days. It's about strengthening boundaries, leveling up, all of these. And
I'll check them out. Yeah, I'll definitely check them out. Yeah.
Check them out because they're like Double Your Income in 90 days. Is right now 37 euros from 77, and Scale Like a CEO is 111, discounted from 333.
That's okay.
So they're great promos.
They are.
Speaking of that topic, they are going to be great for you.
Yeah. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, Vanessa. It was really nice to meet.
It was really nice meeting you. Thank you for doing this call. I hope there's a next one where more people can join too and we can meet. But it's been lovely meeting you.
Yeah, sometimes we have like 5, 6 people, sometimes 2, 3 people, sometimes one person. But I really enjoyed because even when it's one person, I really get to know you and it's nice to talk to you.
That is true. Yeah. Thank you so much for the space.
Thank you so much for being here, and I would love to be in touch. Feel free to send me DM.
I'll send you the information, yes.
Yeah, and send me your information, and I'm going to feature you, and we'll be in touch, I hope.
Thank you, Marina.
Have a great day.
Great. You too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.